On a global scale.
Cool, I get to play as Chun-Li. So I want to do a review on this one. I already know her original costume, so I want to see what her alternate is. Oh, green. I don't know. But yeah, look at the roster. This is Ultimate Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. Kosenka. I think that's the big Hadouken thing. Nice. But yeah, this game is awesome. I like it because they kept it true to the original, and a lot of the older games, they took out some moves that I thought were really dope, and they put them all back on this one. I forgot what comes after that. But I mean, it doesn't really matter much. Look at his life. Almost gone. But yeah, like, they have the little power gauge where you could do your moves, like, every move you do, you can enhance it by pressing 2 buttons of the same kind. Like, if you're gonna throw a Hadouken and you use punch, if you have a little blue box, you could do, like, a Hadouken with 2 punches, and you'll throw, like, a super Hadouken. You could do, like, if her little flash kick, her little, watch, I'll show you that. You could do this right here. Oh, not that. This right here. You could do that even better by using a blue bar. I'll show you right now. See, I'm gonna do it right here. See? Besides that, you have like the powering up of your gauge down there. Oh, and there's that ultra combo thing. Let's see if I can figure it out. They're usually like double fireball forward or backwards, but it's not happening. Let me see if she's... Oh, it's hold back, forward, with all kicks, I think. Or maybe one kick, I'm not sure. But that's what does her ultra combo.
Let's keep it up.
Okay, so... Wow, we both got first attack there. And the game gets like hella technical too, because there's like counter moves and stuff like that. And so if they're trying to do a combo and you block it, you kind of like counter out of it. I forgot how to do it though. And then there's that move too, that breaks through moves. And you start regenerating your life, unless they hit you. So that adds to like the craziness of the battle. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but they kept all the original buttons and all the original moves. So I mean, if you go back into the game after having played like maybe part 1, you could go to part 4 and you'll know what to do for the most part. Like, you'll still be able to do your Hadouken by doing a quarter circle. And you play a lot of other fighting games and you can't do that no more. Like, I try to play, well, I did play it. I was playing Mortal Kombat, the newest one. I forget what it's called, but it's the newest one. And I was kind of upset because they changed all of Sub-Zero's moves, and he was like one of my favorite characters, so now all the combos that I used to know are useless. And I have to like figure out a new way to fight with him. Which was like kind of like, what is this now? It's like a whole different game. And this one kept it true, like I could go back, and even though I don't know all the new moves, I can still like kick a lot of butt in this game. Well, not like a lot of butt, but enough butt to get through the game. Doing it on the easier mode or whatever. Even on normal, I didn't have too much of a problem. But since I'm just trying to get the endings right now, I'm doing it on the easier mode. You know, like why make my life harder? But yeah, the funnest part of this game is when you try to play against other people that know how to play, like your buddies or whatever. So we used to play this in the arcades all the time. Well, not this, but the original, like Street Fighter 2, Champions, Super, Turbo, what else can I talk about in this game? Oh yeah, I could compare it to all the games that have been pissing me off. Like, I was a super huge fan of this, of course, and I still am. But then there's Marvel vs. Capcom, which I like a lot more. Used to. Because, I still like the first, like, Street Fighter vs. X-Men, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, or whatever it was. Marvel vs. Capcom 1. And that, 2, they lost me. I went in there and I was so happy the day it came out. And then I realized, I was like, what the hell? Like, they totally changed the game. They took out the damn medium buttons, which is like strong and medium, those right there. So all the moves that you, like on this game you could come in with Fierce, which I just did right now, or you could come in with Jab, see? And start jabbing. But you could also come in with medium, that's medium right there. And medium will give you a distance between Jab and Fierce. And with a lot of characters that matters, because like on this one, you shoot a fireball with Jab, for example. and it'll go hella slow. You shoot one with medium, and it'll go at a medium speed. You shoot one with fierce, and it'll go fast. And same thing goes with all the moves. Like you do a Shoryuken with jab, you'll do a little jab. I mean a little Shoryuken. You do a Shoryuken with medium, do a medium Shoryuken, and then you do one with fierce. You do a giant Shoryuken, which usually hurt more. And that mattered. I mean, mattered a lot because that's how you would throw people off, like doing different speed moves. You know, and they wanted to simplify the game, so there was less animation, less things they had to worry about. But they took away like a super crucial, important aspect of the game, which was to give you that paper, rock, scissors times 2, which, you know, 'cause now you're adding the feet and the hands, so you got 6 button combinations that you can switch back and forth from, especially with like Cyclops. It really mattered, because you would come in and press like jab, short, strong, medium, fierce, and then roundhouse at the end of that. And that was like this combo. And if you were to do that on the other game, you had to go like the first 2 buttons over and over, which is stupid. It was like you made a combo that used to be irrelevant and a little difficult to pull off, you know, for new people. And you turned it into something anybody could just come in and do, and just like a little kid could come in and press 2 buttons over and over and just beat you really easy, which is stupid. And then they made part 3 around the same time as this game right here, Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3, and it sucked. Like, a lot of people like it because it's super easy. Like, a child could basically kick your butt. And I guess, you know, well, we're making the game for kids, man. Well, yeah, but these games were for kids too back in the old days, and they're still like, adults can still play it and enjoy them. Man, we could kick a bunch of kids' asses too while we're at it. And not only that though, but they start learning that, and they're like, oh, well, we could improve on that. And, you know, because we have time is on our side, and they end up doing like cooler stuff than you eventually in the future, you know? And that was always cool. But now they're losing like this huge aspect of the game nowadays. Like, oh, well, we think we're dope, you know, we're kicking your butts, but they're doing the same freaking move over and over. And you're probably thinking, well, you've been doing jump fierce over and over like that, right? Well, yeah, but I have choices though. To me, the reason I've been doing that over and over is because it's the easiest way to from point A to point B. But I do have variety in this game, and that's what I enjoy about it. I could actually go in, try different moves or whatever, but just for the sake of keeping the game flow going or whatever, I'll just go ahead and do whatever's easier at that moment. But yeah, pretty much, I do recommend this game now, Ultimate Street Fighter 4. And I think they made a new part after this one too, Arcade Edition, where Elena comes out. So yeah, it was on easy, you can see for yourself right here. And yeah, so now I beat up Chun-Li, and the next character now is Dhalsim. See? Let me see, costume, I'm already used to his original, so let's see, what's his new costume? And, yeah. Yoga Catastrophe, Yoga Shangri-La. Let's see what that is.
The men who robbed our village
Yeah,
of water.
so they could have improved on
Were
anything in this game. I'd say
symbols that of
they should have improved this thing right
We
here,
had
like
thought
the
them to be
intros.
destroyed.
Make them
I
like
cannot
animated,
shake
like
feeling
the
they
cartoon,
still lurk in the shadows.
which would have been amazing.
Dark
And the
evil
endings should have been animated too, like the cartoon.
preparing for the
And
moment
some of
when
them
they will
are,
strike
but not all of them. I guess it would take forever,
Power
but
I possess is divine.
yeah, like it would make
not
it
for
like
mortal men to use for their own
100%
simple
complete.
desires.
And maybe change some of the
Yet
moves so
I
that they
feel
aren't so
compelled
similar.
to restore
Like
hope and
with
vitality
this guy right
to my
here, I
village
was used to doing his
by
teleportation a
bringing
lot.
the water back, no matter
And
what the cost.
now I start getting confused with another move that comes out when I
Hear
try
me,
to do
Ard,
it.
God of fire.
Damn.
Watch over me as I in
thought he
turn
was
watch
peaceful.
over those I love.
He's like
Grant
burning
me the
everybody
strength
to
to
hell.
vanquish evil.